baba kaSenzo vuka vukani nime nilwe ilwani manje isikhathi ukuthi nilwe mndeni kaMeyiwa basikile baphikoshe vukani emathuneni vukani abantu badlala ngathi sekwanele badlala ngathi ngoba sikena abantu banayimali hayi kwanele manje lezinyembe sizikhalayo zincane nenjabulo sisazojabula mndenini kaMeyiwa kwanele
uNkulunkulu nama-plans i-life ingenye indlela.
South Africa woke this Monday to devastating news. Soccer star Senzo Meyiwa murdered.
This is a national tragedy.
Why Senzo?
There was a cover up.
There were so many different stories.
Help us. We want to know who killed Senzo.
For that independent, whatever paper they are, how dare you? When you go out like that and write something so false and untruth and misleading the nation.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, I promise you this, you will have an egg on your face. I've spoken about the Senzo Meyiwa issue so many times, but people have decided that they want me guilty.
I see.
You know?
The courts of public opinion.
Yes, they have decided. So why defend myself? They must believe what they want to believe. Me and God know the truth. One thing I will never do is to protect someone who killed the father of my daughter's father. At what expense, really? So they can believe whatever they want to believe. At the end of the day, God still wins.
uNkulunkulu nama-plans i-life ingenye indlela.
South Africa woke this Monday to devastating news. Soccer star Senzo Meyiwa murdered.
This is a national tragedy.
Why Senzo?
There was a cover up.
There were so many different stories.
Help us. We want to know who killed Senzo.
For that independent, whatever paper they are, how dare you? When you go out like that and write something so false and untruth and misleading the nation.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, I promise you this, you will have an egg on your face. I've spoken about the Senzo Meyiwa issue so many times, but people have decided that they want me guilty.
I see.
You know?
The courts of public
yes,
opinion.
they have decided. So why defend myself? They must believe what they want to believe. Me and God know the truth. One thing I will never do is to protect someone who killed the father of my daughter's father. At what expense, really? So they can believe whatever they want to believe. At the end of the day, God still wins.
Ngibazi hayi ngiyababuza amadoda yindaba sizowenzani ecourt sethi nabayi asazi uNtanzi lapho kusho ukuthi ubuze indoda mina ngiyaqala ngisho ukubona nje konje yena igama ubani isibongo ubani achazeke nje hayi no ukuthi ngaboshwa la kanje achazeke nje i-story sakhe achazeke na ukuthi yena wethengiswa u3 million ukuthi uma ngabe ngafike ecourt ame ngathi kusho ukuthi abantu abenza begulithi kodwa manje sebefuna abanye abantu asebezobhala ngabo into enjenge docket kuphela.
They're not the perpetrators. I think this will be a big slap in the face, because then they'll be like, what the hell have the police been doing?
Bayangibopha bayangithatha lapha esitratini engimkhona lamajita bangena up until ngize ngivume nami ngithi hayi ngendlela bangishaya ngawo vele bangishaya ukuthi bayangibulala noma yini ngifana njani so ngize ngivume ngithi hayi kulungile sakwenza lokho mina ngithi mina ngibona malume cause malume uzokwazi abazali bami ukuthi ngikuphi ngiyaphi noma ngiphi uze ukuthi bona no awufuni ni wena ukuyobona abazali bakho 99.
Morning guys, good morning, Dumelang, Salibonan, good morning, goeiemorgen. Sibonelo, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Kanyisile, Mem Nisi, good morning, good morning. Northlandla, good morning. Mashandu, good morning. Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. Tanenkosi, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. We are ready now to get into the session of today, which is going to be quite interesting because there's a lot that we are going to see today. We can't wait for the defense team to come and bounce on Gininda because Gininda has got a lot of things that he has to answer. He has a lot of things that he has to answer. Samantha Tagri, good morning. Temelisha Nkosi, good morning. Bodisile, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to you all advocates. We are ready today to see how things go down in the courtroom today. It's going to be quite interesting. Kulekani yaka sanimonan. Guys, we want to see how today is going to go down, because there is a lot that is going to be taking place. So we just want to see how these things is going to go down. Let's just see how everything is going to go down, because definitely we really want to have a way forward. And we really want to see answers. We really want to see the truth coming out as well. Matando, precious. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Bafana Kwabe, good morning, guys. We are waiting for these guys to come in. K2 Midzi, good morning. Henda and Mashelon. Felix, you're saying Molweni, Bafobam. Kumbuzo, good morning, good morning, good morning. Dimasheloni. I like that. Dimasheloni. Alec, good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's wait and see. Definitely, let's wait and see. Abongile, a very good morning. Nicole, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Aye. This is Gininda now calling me. Let me answer Gininda here quickly, guys. Agnes Marie, good morning. Dix, good morning. Promise, good morning. Colofelo, Tobela ma Africa. I like that one. Tobela ma Africa. Sponello, you didn't lose sound. I was answering a call from Gininda. I was answering a call from Gininda. Because I was asking him why is he not yet started in court. Jovo, morning guys. I think today we are going to have another drama again. Remember yesterday the the accused were complaining about the people that were bringing them to court. So expect drama there, guys. I'm telling you, expect drama. I don't know why I've got this feeling that there is something that is happening there. There is something that is happening. Kolekile Chale, you're saying greetings, advocate. Greetings to you too. Esbonelo, you're laughing. Yeah, no, I was answering. I was answering Gininda. Spusi, so good morning, guys. We just want to see how it's going to go down. But I'm telling you, there is something that actually happened on their way coming into court. I'm sure about that because the delay yesterday, there was the same delay yesterday. Remember, the same delay happened yesterday. Okamavuso, good morning. There's a delay that happened yesterday, and that delay was caused by these wardens who were actually harassing this accused people. So we want to see how it's going to go down, because I know those guys. They will make sure that they put these people in pain, and I know those guys. They will actually make them to suffer for actually trying to fight. I know there's a scuffle. Trust me, you will hear something there. There is a scuffle, definitely. That's why sometimes I would like to go direct to the court and be in the courtroom to see what is happening there, because this is quite an interesting thing that is taking place here. We want to be well informed over everything that is taking place. All right. Also, guys, like what we were speaking about on the video that we saw, where accused number 3, 4, and 5 were actually pushing and pulling this guy. So people were asking, according to that video, they were saying, if these guys can do that to a person who is heavily armed and who is fit like that, what more to Zandile and Kelly's mother, who were beating them with a clutch? You see, it actually opens up some things here. Temba Mjovo, good morning. So we want to see how everything is going to be like. Matando, you're saying yes, this is a trap. Yeah, definitely, dear. That's what I'm actually thinking, because, like I said, they have a tendency of, like, if you do it to one of us, you have to do it to all of them. So they will make sure that they will make them to suffer. Remember yesterday, the other one actually complained to the judge that the chains are too much. They are disturbing them. He is not free. He is actually bound. So imagine, for the whole day you can't even stretch your legs, because you can't even do much, because you are bound in chains. So it's something that is actually disturbing. Maleta, you're saying Gininda must testify about the confession said by accused 1. Remember also, yesterday there was an argument about this Mjiako. This Mjiako was actually there was a problem with Mjiako, remember, because Mjiako placed himself to be, or actually positioned himself to be, the lawyer of Ntanzi, because that time these guys like Baloyi, they want to push the narrative of, like, Ngomezulu is worried about his qualifications. It's not about the qualifications, guys. It is about him not being assigned or not being asked by the accused to represent him. That's the thing. That's what the argument is all about. They are not worried about his qualifications. They are not worried about. And Gininda apparently did a phone call to the Lawyers Association to inquire about. He called them to inquire about the qualifications of this man. So he actually came with a copy, not the original. They came with a photocopy of this, the qualifications of this man. I don't know. Fortunate, good morning, Johannes. Good morning also to you. So guys, I don't know, because this Mjiako, who was representing accused number 1, Mjiako, where is he and what happened to him along the way? He only appeared the first time, and not even called, but imposing himself on the matter, and then after that something actually happened to him. There's something that happened, guys. All right. Apart from that, have you ever heard, let's talk, guys, somebody being arrested? Let's say you're arrested today and you tell the police to say, let's drive and see my sangoma. But guys, let's talk, let's be realistic here. After being arrested and you have confessed that I have done a certain crime somewhere, somehow, will you be in a position to tell the police, let's talk, we know subs, all of us, can you tell them to say, I need to go and see my sangoma? I don't know, guys. Let's talk about that. Victor, you're saying good day to everyone connecting from Dubai. Baloyi and Giako are friends. Definitely they are. Matando, you're saying this is a plan so that devil won't testify and actually to make eyes on them, to make them seem so disrespectful. Definitely. Yeah, it's a plan. It's a plan, definitely, so that they don't respect the court, so that they don't actually hey, yeah, this is something else. Johannes, you're saying Zenzo Hatsu Apok sling bathroom. Zenzo Hatsu. You want him to wake up. You want him to wake up, Johannes. You want him to come in. Hatsu Sebatu go koto mokoto. So guys, I was talking about this. I was talking about this Giaco. Somebody saying, but Giaco and Baloyi, they are friends. Definitely, they have to be. Remember, Baloyi has been in this case from the word go, from the word go. When it started up to now, Baloyi has been there. So he knows every trick in the book to cause delays. This thing that is happening here, they now found the weaknesses of the accused. That's why they are actually coming in with that tactic of doing what they are doing. Guys, there is something that happened. I'm not sure, but there is something that happened. There is something that happened because the court is not yet on. There is something that happened. The court was supposed to start at 10. There is something that has happened to the accused. I'm telling you this now. We are going to hear it when the court starts, because this delay is not an ordinary delay. It is not an ordinary delay. This is not an ordinary delay. Something is actually happening there. Something is actually happening there, guys. Something is actually happening. Oh my goodness, something is actually happening. I don't know, but yeah. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. What's your take? Let me open up the WhatsApp line so that you can send your voice note in the interim to all the things that we are talking about. Please send your voice note. I want to play your voice note. I want to also hear you do the talking as well. While you are waiting for the court to resume, you can send your voice note. Victor, you're saying why Baloyi don't want to bring him. I don't know. That's the thing. Baloyi doesn't want to bring him, in which is appearing on many things. Tembele, you're saying why now Gininda is in court, then accused. Definitely. All this time it was not happening. No, they want to prove a point to their boss, because Gininda is in a high position somewhere there, and yeah, guys. Boss, you are saying, my lord used to say, Gininda, I want to hear that again. Baloyi is one of Gininda's team. Yeah, it's a cartel, guys. It's a cartel. I've opened up the WhatsApp line. Let's talk. Let's do our chat while you are waiting for the court to resume. But honestly speaking, to me, I think, oh my goodness, I think something is wrong somewhere. With these people, there's something that is affecting the process as we speak. All right, I will be waiting for your voice notes while you are waiting for the court to resume.
Yes, why not?
Brigadier Gininda, it was alleged that in cross-examination to Sergeant Mohale and Sergeant Mokola that you were present at 2 scenes of assault. The first scene being near the steel stairs. It was put to Sergeant Mohale and Mokola that you arrived with Sergeant Mokola and a gentleman in braces. It would appear that it is suggested that it was on the 18th of June 2020. There's the first scene. The second scene, it was put to the 2 witnesses, Sergeant Mohale and Mokola, that on the 19th of June, you were present near a dumping place at Orlando where there were disused ATM machines, that you came with Sergeant Mokola in a white BMW, that you had documents in your possession that you gave to Colonel Rapadu, on which accused number 2 was forced to put his thumbprint, and that later this process was completed at Moroka Police Station, the process of thumbprinting. What is your comment on this?
So just before
allegations.
Lana ke umshutshisi manje ke utshela noma ubuza ke ubrigadier ukuthi ke lana kuneyintolo ke ezilethiwe bofakazi bebekhona la enkantolo umukhanye kanye nomukhalo ukuthi ke kuneyindawo ezimbili noma amasini amabili eyoqala nge-18 ka June 2020 la kuthiwa khona ke kwakuneyinsimbi khona lapha okwashaywa khona ke umsola nokuthi futhi eyesibili kwange-19 ka June 2020 eduze ke kwendawo la kwahlelwa khona ke izibi engase Orlando enabo nemishini ke ye-ATM engasetshenziswa lapha khona ke wafika khona ubrigadier ehamba nayo uSergeant Mkhula base futhi bephethe ke idocument awayinikeza ke ubrigadier so uKenel Rapadu.
Sorry, before you respond, Mr. Baloyi, are you correct when you say in the first scene it is alleged, so just put to the brigadier that he was at a place of steel poles?
Not. There was that first scene near the garage.
Yes, you must put everything because
yes,
we shouldn't have problem about
that's a good place.
The assertions.
Yes, that after the initial assault near a garage in Alberton, that they proceeded to this place where there were still chairs.
No, man, there was a dumping place.
Yes.
Am I quoting you correctly, sir?
Correct.
And thereafter taken to the place where there are steel poles. Handcuffed into blah blah blah.
Indeed.
And at the dumping places there, those steel pipes.
Yeah.
In the dumping area.
Also, it's one area. What incorporates the dumping area and the steel pipes?
No, same area.
Same area.
Yes. Same.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
All right. So, my lord, that's not true. First of all, that did not happen. So, I will want to answer from the 19th moving backwards. Okokuqala nje angisho nje ukuthi lokho akusona iqiniso mangiphendula ngizoqala kusona i19 ngibuyele emuva ke. So on the 19th of June, my lord, 2020, it is incorrect that there was such an incident because Sergeant Mokola, I want to start with her. She was taking, I think, accused number 1 to court, and the charge sheet, the defense is in possession of the charge sheet insofar as a drug-related matter. So that morning, she booked the accused from Valeria to Tembisa Court, and then the accused was taken back on that specific day, on the 19th of June 2020. Ngazo i-19 ka June 2020 ke ilanga lelo uSergeant Mkhula angiqale ngaye ke akhipha ngalo kuma ngaphosisike umsolo wokuqala emikisa noma emhambisa ke emkhipha kumasela ase-Valeria emhambisa enkantolo yasethembisa abambuthi ke abameli banayo ke ne-charge sheet yangalelo langa lelo. The defense, my lord, is also in possession of the relevant entry books, OB entries, that confirm that indeed accused one was booked from the police station for court purposes and back. The time is clearly indicated there.
Futhi ke abameli banawo ke namakhopi ke alama OB books noma le incwadi ezisetshenziswayo ekubhala kuzona ke police station noma kuma cell ezichazayo ukuthi ngesikhathi esithize ke wakhishwa ke wabe futhi eseyabusha abameli banawo lawo makhopi lawo.
And on that specific day, my lord, she was not issued at that stage with a BMW. She was driving a red VW GTI, which was the car that was issued by me as a commander for her utilization.
Ngalesi sikhathi leso ke wayengahambi ke nge-BMW. Wayehamba ke nge-VW GTI ebomvu ngombala eyakhishwa yimina ke nanjengomphathi noma ke i-commander yakhe.
Furthermore, my lord, I was not with her on that specific day. I was doing my admin duties at the national office, and I was nowhere near her during the course of the day.
Futhi ke ngalelo langa lelo ngangekho ndawonye naye ke mina ngangenza ke umsebenzi yami ke ehhovisi e-national office angaze nje kusondele ke yena ke noma ngisebese eduze la akhona ngazo ngalelo langa lelo lange-19.
The only time we met, my lord, was later that evening, say late afternoon, when we proceeded to follow the investigation insofar as the hood is concerned of accused number 2. That was the only time we were in the same vehicle, and we met accused number 2 with the members in Phuket. That was my first encounter with accused number 2.
Futhi ke uma sesihlangana ke ihamba ilanga la sesihambile ke ngalelo suku lolo ke sesimanje sesiyokwenza ke noma siyoqhubeka ngophenyo lwehudi ngokumayelana naye ke umsolo wesibili. Futhi ke sahlangana naye umsolo ke ekanye namanye amalunga ePhukeng. Yilapho ke la esathi ke saba semotweni eyodwa mina naye ngalelo langa lelo.
And my directive, my lord, when we moved from Johannesburg, this is now me and Sergeant Mkhula, I instructed the members, this is now Sergeant Mokhane and Sergeant Mabena, to meet me at Phuking SAPS. That is where we reported with the accused, and from there we were accompanied by the local police officers to the address of accused number 2.
Futhi ke mina ke uma manje sengitshela ke amaphoyisa ke ukuthi ke asihlangane kuphi, ngabatshela ke ukuthi ke asihlanganeni e-police station yasePhukeng ila esahlangana khona noma esaqala khona ke naye ke umsolwa sase siphelezelwa ke amaphoyisa akhona lapho siya kwindawo leyo ke owayehlala khona ke umsolwa.
So up to then, my lord, up to the time when the search was conducted, docket opened, accused detained and transferred to Primrose, there was no assault that I witnessed, and I'm referring now to Phuking because the only time I came face to face with the accused 2 on that specific day was in Phuking, my lord.
Futhi ke lapho ke ePhukeng ngoba ke ila engahlangana khona ke nomsolwa ke ePhukeng usikhathi ke la ekuyoseshwa khona ke sekuvulwa ke idokodoke esendluliselwa ePrimrose. Lapho nje akukho ukushaywa okwenzeka ngikhona engakubona mina.
Furthermore, my lord, as I indicated yesterday, after the docket of possession of unlicensed ammunition was opened, accused number 2 was detained, was taken through the books in Phuking, and those OB entries clearly reflects that there was no complaint of injuries reflected in those OBs, and those OBs are in possession of the defense.
Futhi ke uma umsolo wesibili ke esendluliswa ke ndluliselwa khona ke ePrimrose kubhaliwe ke lapha ngoba ke kumakhophi abanawo abameli ama-OB alapha yana ke ePrimrose akukho la akushiwo noma ekubhalwe khona ke ukuthi washaywa.
No, I mean at Phuking. So first he was detained in Phuking and then transferred to Primrose. Yeah. So both stations. Phuking's, there's no such entry, and such OB entries, my lord, are in possession of the defense.
Ngifuna ukuthi ke ngisho ke ePhukeng ukuthi kuzozo imbili le iteshi lesi iPhukeng nala andluliselwe khona ke ePrimrose kuzona zo imbili ke lezo ncwadi noma ama-OB akhona ke akukho nje la ekubhalwe khona.
So the version that he was assaulted in my presence on the 19th, my lord, is false. I was not part of it, and I'm not aware of such because it would have been reflected somewhere in the entries that there's some complaint of some assault, or I would have been told. Even himself during the interaction, my lord, he never said anything to me on that day.
Ngakho ke leyo nkulumo yokuthi washaywa ke eshaywa ngikhona ke ngakubona ke mina lokho uhamanga lokho ngoba ke akukho la akubhalwe khona naye ke nkathi ngikhulumisana naye akakaze ke ayikhulume noma ayisho leyo nto leyo.
My lord, on the events of the 18th, it's also false. I was not. The only thing that perhaps if the court can just give me a few minutes, just want to refresh my memory with my diary.
Before you refresh your memory from the diary, to which period does that diary relate?
So the diary will relate to the relevant dates in question, my lord, insofar as these confessions are concerned. So it will cover the date of the 30th when accused one, 30th of May 2020 when accused one was arrested, insofar as my interview that I had with him. It will also cover the 31st of May because I was on duty. It will cover also, well, it covers most of the dates, but the relevant date for this purpose, my lord, will be also the 4th of June when I made arrangements with Lieutenant Colonel Hadebe for the pointing out. It will also cover the events of the 5th of June, that is the day of the pointing out. It will cover also the 19th, that is in relation to accused number 2. It will cover also the 22nd, that's when I obtained the statement from Mr. Melder, the dental examination that was done, and the appearances, of course, of accused number 2 in Tabang in that court on that specific day. It will cover also the arrangements of the 24th of June, that is in relation to the confession that was made to the magistrate. Magistrate by accused number 2.
What about the 23rd?
I'm going there, yes, my lord. That it will also cover the events of the 23rd of June, 2020, where there was this interaction between myself, accused number 2, and his attorney.
Lana-ke umshushisi ebefuna ebecela isikhathi-ke ubrigadier ukuthi kabheke nje idayari yakhe-ke ukuthi ayikhumbuzeke ukuthi kwenzekani-ke bese nibuza umshushisi ukuthi ngaphambilini kokuthi wenze lokho-ke ukuthi amaphi amalanga-ke idayari le yakho ezawaqhava noma-ke ezokhuluma ngawo idate yange-30 kanye ne-31 zikaMeyi ngo-2020 idate yange-4 zikaJune la khona-ke engangikhulumisana khona no-Colonel Hadebe mayelana-ke ne-pointing out ekwakufanele ukuthi iyokwenziwa-ke bese kuba-ke yi-5 zona-ke lezo ey'kaJune ilanga lelo i-pointing out eyenziwa ngalo idate yange-19 kanye nazo-ke i-22 kanye futhi-ke ngeyi-22 kulungiselelwa-ke ukuthi-ke uSolomanje esezohamba-ke eye ayokhulumisana-ke nemantshi bese kuba yilanga lange-24 la khona-ke ayihlezi phansi khona nemantshi ebhonyuluka kuyona-ke kanye ne-23 la khona-ke kwakuyimina ukukhuluma yena ubrigadier umsolwa kanye nommeli umjiyakho.
My lord, I just recalled, it will also cover the 18th, the 18th that they are alleging, because on that day, it is the day when we went to follow his alibi, but I only met him late in the afternoon, not during the day. That is to follow the first false alibi that he gave us that says he was at work.
Futhi-ke nalo ilanga lange-18-ke uma ngizobheka-ke idayari yami-ke nalo lizomkhumbuza izomtshela-ke noma lizofaka-ke lela langa lange-18 i-18-ke ngahlakana naye-ke ngalelo langa lelo-ke imini isihambile-ke nami ilanga selihambile-ke sathi sizohamba-ke siye emsebenzini angithi yilona owathi wayesemsebenzini ngalelo langa sasiyohamba-ke siyolandelela-ke leyo nkulumo awayeyishilo.
So the events of the 18th, my lord, I only encountered the accused in Carltonville, where I've already laid that evidence, my lord. I was introduced and I questioned him about this matter, the matter before court. He gave me an alibi. We went to his work, which was not far from where we were. It was found to be false. Certain admissions were made, confessions were made. You know, I've explained that, my lord, yesterday. Thereafter, my lord, I left to Johannesburg with Sergeant Mukula. I was not in his company, and I didn't see him from then, my lord.
Futhi-ke ilanga lange-18 njengoba bese ngishilo-ke ukuthi-ke sahlangana khona-ke naye-ke ephukeni eCarltonville ila khona-ke kwakufanele ukuthi okokuqala-ke siyobheka-ke noma siyolalela lento ayekhuluma ukuthi-ke wayesemsebenzini yena ngalela langa ekwatholakala-ke ukuthi kwangasilona-ke iqiniso emuva kwalokho-ke ngase ngibuyela khona-ke eJohannesburg ngihamba naye uSergeant Mukula.
So when I left Carltonville, my lord, I did not see him on that specific day. The only time I saw him was on the 19th, late in the afternoon, at Bukeng Police Station.
Ukusho ukuthi-ke ngalelo langa-ke angiphindanga ngambona uma sengihamba-ke eCarltonville. Uma ngiphinda ngimbona manje-ke ngelanga elilandelayo-ke ngazo i-19 Bukeng. police station yasephukeng.
Brigadier, if we can just get back to your diary, when did you make those entries in your diary? On those relevant dates?
On the specific day, my lord, so it's an official diary of 2020. So it was documented, per day as the events were unfolding. So we sit down, record what transpired. So it was documented on specific days of 2020.
Le diary ke ngikhuluma ngayo diary nje yomsebenzi ke eya unyaka u2020 ukuthi ilanga nelanga ke ngizohlala phansi ke ngibhale ke ngisho ukuthi yini eyenzeka ngalelo langa lelo.
So you say you documented these events as they unfolded. Were the events still fresh in your memory when you made those entries?
Yes, they were very fresh, my lord.
Lokho ke uma ngibhala phansi ke kwakuyinto ke eyayisekhona noma eyayisefresh ke la emqondweni yami ukusho ukuthi into eyayiqeda nje ukwenzeka ngibhala ngaleso sikhathi leso.
So earlier on you indicated that you want to refresh your memory from the diary. For which date will it be?
No, I remembered, my lord. At the time, I was thinking I wanted to find out where I was. I wanted to remind myself where I was on the 18th, because I was told there were allegations that I was somewhere where accused number 2 was assaulted. Now I do recall that I was not near accused number 2 on the 18th, except when we met at Pukeng police station in that early evening. When we met at Sibanya mine, outside Sibanya mine, to follow his alibi of where he was on the day of the commission of this offense.
Uma ke bengifisa ke ubheka idiary yami ke angithi bekunale nkulumo ke ethi ngangikhona ke endaweni ethize la ayeshaya khona umsolo wesibili, kodwa ke sengize ngakhumbula ukuthi ngakuphi ngahlangana naye ke esibanye la khona ke sasizohamba siyobheka ke siyoqinisekisa ukuthi ngempela wayesemsebenzini ngalelo langa yena ayesho ngalo ukuthi wayesemsebenzini.
You've referred to the occurrence book of Phukem Police Station, which is exhibit PP 1 and 2, which you placed on record yesterday. And you also referred to the occurrence book from Primrose Police Station, exhibit QQ, which you also placed on record yesterday.
Yes, that is correct, my lord. I can also indicate that on the 18th of June 2020, I also, during the arrangement of this trial, my lord, had the privilege to go and collect those copies and make copies for the defense, as I indicated. Nowhere, even on the date of the 18th of June 2020, does it indicate that when accused was booked out by Sergeant Mukhani, he was returned with injuries. There were regular hourly inspections. There was officers that were doing regular inspections. Nowhere does it indicate that when he was taken back after the investigation, he had injuries or complaint.
Lana ke okunye futhi ngikhumbula engakusho mayelana nalo ke ilanga langa 18 sika June 2020 ukuthi mina ke kwaba yimina ke wahamba ke eyothatha ke lezo incwadi ebizwa ukuthi ama OB ngizokwenza ke amakhophi ke ayizondluliselwa kubona ke abameli. Akukho ke la ekwashiwo khona noma ekubhalwe khona ke ukuthi nkathi ke ebuyiswa esebuyiselwa yena ke uSergeant Mukhani umsolo wesibili ukuthi wabuya ke elimele noma ke ebuya ke esho ke ukuthi cha yena ke uyakhala ke kukhona okwenzeka kuyena.
Well, you've referred to the entries from Vilera Police Station on the 19th of June 2020, when Sergeant Muhola collected accused number 1 from Vilera Police Station to take him to Tembisa.
That is correct, my lord.
Ngikhulumile ke ngelanga langa 19 la ngithi ke Sergeant Muhola wayelanda khona ke umsolo wokuqala epolice station yaseValeria ezomhambisa kamise enkantolo yaseThembisa.
That forms part, those entries form part of exhibit NN, pages 19 to 20. Can I just ask you to put those entries on record?
Yes, indeed, my lord. So it will be the OB entry from Valera SAPS, and time that is reflected, it's 0920, date is 2020-06-19. And the entry reads as follows, my lord. Suspect out. Sergeant Mukula, number, it reflects the personal number. Booked out one suspect, Muzi Sibiya, case number 217/03/2020, SAP 1412/06/2020, dealing in drugs. 2 Tembisa Court, without any injuries, correctly received, and the sergeant signed for him for receiving accused number 1.
Lana ke kufundeka ngalendlela ukuthi date kwakunge 19 ka June 2020, isikhathi ke 0920 umsolwa ukhishiwe uSergeant Mukula, bhaliwe ke number yakhe umsebenzi, nomsolwa oyedwa Muzi Sibiya, case number 21703/2020, SAP 141206/2020, sebenza ke idakamizwa, utholakala neidakamizwa emikisa noma imhambisa enkantolo iyasethembisa ekungekho ke akhali ngako kanye futhi ke wamukeleka kahle.
Then the next entry, my lord, it's still on the same day, 2020-06-19, time 2020. It reads as follows: suspect back from Tembisa Court with Sergeant Mukula, 1 Muzi Sibiya, SAP 1443/06/2020, case 217/03/2019, dealing in drugs, correctly received. And then he was received by the officer at the police station.
Bese landelayo ke isikhathi ke u12:20 umsolwa uyabuya enkantolo yasethembisa kanye naye uSergeant Mukula, umsolwa ke uMuzi Sibiya, SAP 1443/06 ka2020, icase 21703 ka2020, iqala leyidakamizwa, utholakele kahle noma ke ubuye wamukelwa kahle.
Was your unit ever issued out with a white BMW?
Yes, it is, my lord. It's a car that she's using now. This is now Sergeant Mukula, but she was only issued with that vehicle in 2021.
Ingabe sikhona yini isikhathi lapho na ke iunit yakho ke yakhishelwa khona ke ukuthi isebenzise ke iBMW emhlophe? Yebo, kuyiqiniso lokho ke usebenzisa yona ke njengamanje, kodwa imoto leyo ke uyayithola noma uyithole ngo2021.
And she has used that vehicle, my lord, to transport, in particular, on different occasions, accused 1 and 2. This is now during the proceedings of this trial and other matters. So they may have seen it there because they've traveled inside that vehicle, but it was only issued in 2021 for the first time.
Imoto lena ke kungenzeka ke ukuthi ke bayibona ke ngoba ke imoto lena uyisebenzisile ke amahlandla ke ehambisa yena umsolo wokuqala kanye nomsolo wesibili ke bake bangena bagibela ngaphakathi ke kuleyo moto. Kungako kungenzeka ukuthi basike bayibona kuleli qala leli futhi nakwamanye ke emaqala abahambisela wona.
Sorry, this BMW, what model is it?
It's a
3 Series, 5 Series, 7 Series. It's you're alleged to have set on the boot after it was lifted to open. So how big is it?
No, it's not big. It's a 3 Series. It's
3
a 330. Yeah, it's a 3 Series, my lord.
3 Series ke 330.
And I deny that allegation, my lord, because as I said, when I spoke to Colonel Rapad telephonically, I had not seen him before. I didn't know how he looks like. I've never worked with him anywhere, nor have I ever, passed part with him in terms of investigation. The only time I laid eyes with him was the following day when I went to his office to collect the statement and the proforma. That was the first time we met.
Futhi ke lezo intsholo lezo ke ngiyayiphikisa ke noma ngiyayiphika ke ngoba ke angikazeke ngihlangane naye ke uKolonel Rapad. Uma ngikhuluma naye ngocingo ke futhi uma ngiqala nje na ke ukuthi ngimboneke ukuthi noma sihlanganiseke amehlo kwakungelanga elandelayo uma sengiyolanda ke yona ke leya proforma kuyena futhi ngingakaze nje ngisebenzisane naye noma mhlambe kwenzeka ukuthi ke siphenyeke icala elilodwa noma uphenyo lusihlanganise.
Pero, my lord, when I was going through the because I was asked obviously to get the AVL for Sergeant Mukhane's vehicle. I do not recall seeing that vehicle stopping at an area where there's an ATM dumping site in Soweto. I mean, I went through it, my lord. I've not seen that. And the defense is also in possession of these AVL records.
Futhi ke imina ke umuntu eceliwe ke ukuthi ke manje akahlanganiseke lo yambiko wemoto ohamba kwemoto obizwa ngokuthi ke iAVL imoto eyayishayelwa uyena uSergeant Mukhane. Akukho la khona ke ngibone khona imoto ima noma ima kwindawo ke la kulahla khona ke izibi noma futhi indawo nama ATM.
They say it was at Orlando. They don't say east or west, they say Orlando.
No, I didn't see that vehicle, my lord, stopping there. What I know, they went down passing Barra. That is where the GPC unlock happened, going to Morocco, and they used the same route because I tried to check the route that they were using. That vehicle didn't stop in Orlando, my lord. And with all my experience that I have in the police, I've never seen ATM being dumped in a field. I've never seen that.
Futhi ke uma bekhuluma ke beshilo ukuthi uDaji kabashonga ukuthi eOrlando East noma eWest kuthiwe nje eOrlando kodwa mina ke mangibheka iAVL lena ngibonile ke imoto uma iya eMoroka indlula khona eBara futhi ke kwisikhathi njena engisebenzile ke amaphoyisa akukho la engeke ngabona khona ke iATM ilahlwa nje endaweni nje noma ikuphi.
And what is your comment on the allegations that you gave Lieutenant Colonel Rapadi documentation?
But it's not true, my lord. As I said, I was not there. I mean, I only met Colonel Rapadi when I went to collect the confession form that he took, as well as his statement the following day, because he also didn't give it to the members. And I met him in Enadale SAPS. I was alone, and he was also alone. There was no activities around accused 2. I was never in Morocco, my lord. That day. I never went to Morocco. I simply made arrangements.
Uthinike ngeinsolo lezi zokuthi wena ke wanikeza ke uKenel Rapado idocument. Lokho ke akusilona iqiniso ngoba ke angiyanga ke eMorocco uKenel Rapado ngihlangene naye ke ngelanga elilandelayo futhi ke angihlangananga naye eMorocco ngangihamba ngedwa naye ke wayeyedwa sahlangana ehhovisi lakhe noma ke la sebenza khona ke eNadale.
Now, it was also put to Sergeant Mukhane that on the 17th of June 2020 at Pretoria North Police Station, when he booked out accused number 2 to question him in the boardroom there at Pretoria North Police Station, that you were also present with Sergeant Mukhola. What is your comment?
No, but that's not true, my lord. I only met accused number 2 for the first time on the 18th. And that was the first time late afternoon. That was the first time I came face to face with him. And that is where I questioned him about this matter. And he gave me the first alibi that was found to be false. That was my first encounter with him, my lord.
Ube usewuthinike manje ngaloko okushiwo ke kena ke uSergeant Mukhola ukuthi ke wawukhona ke noma nge17 sika June 2020 epolice station yasePretoria North ilapho na ke akhipha ke umsolo wesibili eyokhulumisana naye ke nawe ukhona ke lapho uthi ke ubrigadier umephendula ke akusilona iqiniso lelo ngoba uma ngiqala mina ukuthi ngihlangane naye umsolo wesibili kwakungeyi18 zika June ngo2020 la ngikhulumisana naye khona ke asenginikazela alibi noma esho ukuthi wayekuphi la ngathola khona ukuthi kangasilona iqiniso.
If I was, my lord, I mean, I can just add that if I was, then I would have documented such because it would have been an important engagement with him. So I was never there, my lord. So that is not true.
Uma kuwukuthi ngempela ke ngangilapho ke yinto leyo engangizoyibhala phansi ngoba kwakuzoba yinto ke esemqoka noma ebalulekile ke manje ke lokho akusilona ke iqiniso ngangekho lapho.
Now, as far as the confession to Magistrate Skronier is concerned, Exhibit JJ, it was put to Sergeant Mukhane that after the proceedings there at Boxford Magistrate Court, he was taken to a bush in Jamestown where he was assaulted and forced to sign the documents, and that the documents were stained in in blood. I just want to show you the original exhibit JJ, the pro forma completed by Ms. Cronje, as well as the statement.
It's not a bush, but that industrial area. Industrial area. That's where they assaulted him.
That's yes. As a please. It's been corrected to refer to an industrial area where he was assaulted. Are there any signs of blood stains on the original document?
No, there are none.
Okunye futhi ke ukuthi kuyena ke exhibit JJ lona noku yosona ke statement esathathwa uyena ke umantshi umagistrate Cronje. Okunye futhi okwashiwo ke lana ukuthi ke wathathwa ke umsolo ke wasiwa endaweni ethize ke khona lapho eJamestown waphoqwa ke ukuthi asayindeke ama documents lawo ayenegazi ke ngabe ke kuleli oliphethe ke khona nje la ubona khona ukuthi ke kunga negazi uthi cha.
And when you received the exhibit JJ, were there any signs of blood stains on it?
No, there were none, my lord. But also to suggest that a judicial officer will give a form to the police officer to get somebody signed and bring it to her. I've never heard of this, my lord. I mean, we are talking about a magistrate who is not part of the investigation team. The arrangements were not made even by me directly. I went through the senior public prosecutor, as I indicated, Advocate Hank Stradom. I don't even know this magistrate face to face. I've not met her even during the consultation as I'm standing here. So why would she participate in such, my lord? But in essence, there's no blood. I've not seen such, my lord. So this is not true, my lord.
Akusona iqiniso le akulikho igazi angaze ngilibona ke igazi kule document leni kodwa ke akuchazayo ke ubrigadier ukuthi into nje engazwakali ke lana noma eyindida ke ukuthi imantshi ingathatha ke idocument inikeze ke iphoyisa noma inikeze nje umuntu ukuthi akayophoqa ke noma ayinikeza umuntu ukuthi asayinde bese kubuyiselwa kuyena ke angaze ngihlangana nayo imantshi lena futhi ke akumina owakhulumisana naye mina ngakhuluma ke nophethe abeshushisi noma ke isenior prosecutor kwaba uyena ke kuze kube manje angaze nje ngihlangane naye imantshi leyo angaze ngizwe lento ekhulunywa noma eshiwoyo.
Are you suggesting that it's possible that the allegation obviously makes the possibility that this magistrate Cronje was corrupt?
That's why I'm shocked, my lord, because I don't believe
probably,
it.
I don't know, if in her corrupt actions.
Yes. That's why I'm saying
could have probably been bought or paid, or maybe she's a good Samaritan, she was doing it out of her own goodwill, but that's a corrupt type of conduct which you say you can't expect from a magistrate.
No, not from the judicial officer, my lord, because I've never in all
with
my
career in line.
Yes, put a career in line for something that has nothing to do with her. In particular, my lord, there was an attorney. I've confirmed that accused number 2 was legally represented. Why will she go through all that process for what, my lord? Whether the attorney is there or not. So it really, I've never heard of this, my lord. So I don't buy it. I don't think it's true. It doesn't hold water in my own understanding.
Mina ke lokhu into nje engazwakali angikholwa kubo futhi ke engikushilo ke ukuthi ke ummeli wayekhona ke kwakungani ke ukuthi wayezokwenza konke lokhu ke imantshi kodwa ke umsolo wesibili wayenayo ummeli owayekhona lapha yana ngaleli yalanga leliya ukuthi azabeke nje umsebenzi wakhe ke engquphenyi akwenze konke lokho.
The ABL expert, Mr. Dupree, testified that the ABL reports indicate that on the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, the vehicle used by Sergeant Mokhani, the Toyota Fortuner, was in Benoni at the repair workshop.
Correct. That is correct, my lord. I'm aware. It had mechanical problem and it was in there for repairs.
Kuyiqiniso ke ngiyakwazi lokho ke ukuthi le moto yayinenkinga ke ngalamalanga ke athaziwe i22, 23 kanye ne24 ukuthi yayisebhinoni la eyalungiswa khona ngoba imoto yayinenkinga.
I'm also aware, my lord, that he was on those specific days when he was embarking. This is Sergeant Mokhani now on his investigation. He was using Sergeant Mabena's vehicle. That obviously we were working together. He was driving Toyota Fortuner, the late now. Not Toyota Fortuner, Toyota double cab, the white one, the late Sergeant Mabena.
Engikwaziyo futhi ukuthi ngalawo malanga ke imoto yakhe ke yayinenkinga ke wayesebenzisa-ke noma-ke ehamba kanye-ke nongasekho uSergeant Mabhena yena-ke wayehamba-ke nge-Toyota a double cab.
Do you know as to when this vehicle, the Toyota Fortuner, developed mechanical problems?
I think I first heard about the issues on the 18th, my lord, somewhere in the evening. Sergeant Mukhani phoned me that he had got mechanical issues, and that he will. I advise him rather to get standby team, while they are attending to that, because I know that accused number 2 was with them, my lord. That was the first time I heard about the mechanical issues.
Uma sengizwa-ke mina-ke ngokuthi imoto yayinenkinga ngicabanga ukuthi kwangalo-ke ilanga lange-18 futhi ngamcela-ke ukuthi ngoba-ke ngiyazi ukuthi wayekanye naye-ke umsola wesibili ngase ngimcela-ke ukuthi-ke athole-ke abezomlekela noma-ke i-standby.
Thank you, my lord. Those are the only aspects that we wanted to raise with Brigadier Gininda. We've indicated to my learned friends that we will no longer be proceeding with any statements.
Yeah, of course. Are you still?
My lord. I'm going to make a request, my lord.
Yeah, you made it in the passage.
Yes.
Are you still intending to say we must adjourn and you come back?
My lord, and I've discussed with my creditors here in relation to the dates that were mentioned by Brigadier Gininda on the diary. You will make copies of the diary in relation to such dates.
Yeah.
And
no, it's fair. Actually, I was going to suggest that
the matter stand down until.
No, I was going to suggest that the brigadier must make his diary, not copies, physically available to all the defense counsels. I hope nothing happens like when Mokhano made a report.
Yes.
So that you can, all of you, peruse Brigadier Gininda's diary, because he says he was recording these things contemporaneously and extemporaneously into his diary. And then if you have any problems with that, you can raise it under cross-examination. Okay. Is it okay if they...
Yes, my lord.
For the particular dates?
For the particular dates, my lord, I wanted to say that.
Not when you are visiting me.
Yes, of course, my lord.
Okay. But there's one aspect, Mr. Baloyi, which we haven't covered, which is covered by Sergeant Mokhani, concerning accused number 1 being that Silverton, blah, blah. You remember that evidence? Please, just cover it.
Oh, okay.
Because it has moment in this case. If you don't remember.
Yes. During the appearance in Tembisa, it was on the 10th of July, 2020, accused number 1 informed the magistrate that he was assaulted at the Silverton police cells. It was put to Sergeant Mukula that accused number 1 was assaulted at Silverton police cell, and we just want to read out the entry to you. So mentioned, it was on the 10th of July 2020. And the entry reads as follows. Says legal aid. This is what the defense of accused number 1 put in record. The accused being assaulted by SAPD Silverton What is your comment?
My lord, yes, it was.
And he then requested that she be kept
Modabi.
at Modabi.
Yes. No, I do recall, my lord, it was brought to my attention by Sergeant Mokola when she informed me, my lord, I said she must do the following things. One, obtain an affidavit from accused number 1 in relation to the alleged assault, because my understanding is that the assault would have been committed by people at Silverton SCPS. So that was my first instruction.
Uzothini-ke noma-ke uthini-ke uma uphendula ngoba-ke nge-10 July 2020 umsolwa-ke evela-ke enkantolo-ke bachazela-ke ingqantsho ukuthi bashaywa-ke amaphoyisa ase-Silverton. Mephendula-ke ubrigadier uthi yebo-ke lokho uSergeant Mkhula wangitshela-ke ngathi-ke akenze lokho okulandelayo. Okokuqala atholeke i-statement esifungelwe i-affidavit uyena umsolwa wokuqala.
Secondly, that she must take him for medical examination for the completion of what we call J88 form, which will indicate the points of injuries, my lord.
Okwesibili-ke ukuthi-ke amthathe-ke ahambe noma uya naye-ke udokotela uya naye-ke esibhedlela lapho-na-ke kuzogcwaliswa noma kubhalwe-ke iform ebizwa ngokuthi-ke i-J88 ekuyiyona-ke ezochaza-ke ukulimala noma la alimele khona.
Furthermore, my lord, to obtain any witness statements that will be mentioned.
Nokuthi-ke atholeke iy'tatimende zofakazi abangachazwa noma kushiwo ukuthi ubani nobani abawofakazi.
And thereafter, my lord, to register the case docket of assault, depending on the gravity, my lord, whether common assault or assault GPH, and then bring the docket to me, my lord.
Ukuthi-ke noma kulandelayo-ke ukuthi-ke ase ebhalisa-ke noma erejista-ke idokodoke lokushaywa noma ukuthi ukushaywa nje noma-ke ukushaywa-ke ngenhloso yokulimaza abesemveni emuva kwalokho-ke aliletha kumina.
Yeah, sorry, what about the occurrence books from Silverton Police Station?
Yes, I'm going there, my lord. So that was the first part. So the current book, I'm coming to them, my lord. So this was the first part that I communicated to them. And then thereafter, my lord, she came back to me and said, accused number 1 is refusing to give a statement or subject himself for medical examination.
Bengisezwa-ke kubona-ke ama-occurrence book ase-Silverton kwaba yilapho-ke kokuqala-ke lokho engakusho kuyena wasebuyela kumina-ke uSergeant Mkhalo engitshela-ke ukuthi-ke umsolo wokuqala-ke unqabile noma uyanqaba ukuthi-ke anikezeleke nestatement esifungelwe i-affidavit nokuthi futhi-ke ahambe-ke ayobona udokotela.
And that he doesn't want to open the case.
Nokuthi-ke akanaso nje isifiso noma akananhloso nje yokuthi-ke angavula icala.
My lord, I then asked her to go to Silverton Police Station and peruse the OB entries to try and establish if there is any entry indicating such an assault.
Ngase ngimcela-ke ukuthi akahambeke manje aye e-police station yase-Silverton ahambeke ayobheka iy'ncwadi zakhona lezi ebizwa ngokuthi-ke ama-occurrence book abheke-ke ukuthi uzobona yini ukuthi khona-ke yini okusho lokho okubhaliwe.
And interview the members that were on duty on that day in relation to what might have happened when he was booked out or during the night.
Futhi-ke abeseba ne-interview noma lokho kubizwa ngokuthi-ke inhlolo khono-ke nalabo base-Silverton ababesebenza ngalelo langa lelo basho ukuthi kwenzekani.
My lord, that was done and I was told, which I've also satisfied myself at a later stage, that there were no such entries or anyone who was aware of such an assault.
Kwenziwa-ke lokho nami ngase ngizenezake ngokuthi-ke ngenzeke isiqinisekiseko ngathola-ke ukuthi-ke akukho nje okukhuluma ngalokho okwabhalwa lapha kuy'ncwadi zakhona e-Silverton.
Furthermore, my lord, when I was now obviously embarking on doing my own investigation, I further went to the prison because when new admissions, they call them new admissions, when you get admitted for the first time in prison, they will record the conditions that you come in, almost like us. So if there are medical issues that you have, or if it's injuries or whatever that the prisoner has, will be documented on the first entry.
Ngase ngizenzela mina ke olwami ke uphenyo ngokuthi ngihambeke ngiye ejele ngoba ke nabo ke bayafana nathi ke uma umuntu eqala ke kufika noma engena kubona ke nabo ke khona ke ubhalwa phansi ke uma kuukuthi kunesimo noma isimo onazo ungaphathekile kahle nabo babhala phansi lo.
My Lord, I did not find any documented complaint of assault or injury mentioned by accused number 1 to the prison officials.
Angizange ngithole lutho ke okwashiwo noma kwakhulunywa yena umsola wokuqala ekhuluma noma esho kulaba abasebenza ejele mayelana nokushaywa noma ukulimala.
And these investigations, my Lord, only draw one conclusion that I don't think it was true, my Lord, because surely something must have been found somewhere if it was the truth. And the victim himself, in this instance, accused number 1, should have raised or rather said something to someone if perhaps Sergeant Mukula was the person that she was not comfortable with or he was not comfortable with.
Lokho ke kuholela nje kuyinto eyodwa ke ukuthi ke akusilona ke iqiniso lokho ngoba ke khona nje lapha ekumele ukuthi nje utholakala khona noma uma kube kuukuthi ke wayengakhululekile ukuthi ke akhulume kuyena uSergeant Mukhala wayengakhuluma nomunye umuntu.
It was put to Sergeant Mohola that what the accused meant to convey in that entry was that he wanted to be transferred from Silverton police station to prison because the investigating officers are assaulting him when he's kept at the police stations. And the following names were mentioned as the persons who assaulted him: Ngamani, Sergeant Muhola, Mabena, Butelezi, Jonathan, and Mapumulo.
My Lord, I think the charge sheet it's self-explanatory. There is no entry indicating that accused number 1 was assaulted by the investigation team. That's the first part.
Futhi ke okunye ke achaziwe noma okushiwo ke ukuthi ke umsola wayeyicelela nje ukuthi ke asuswe ke police station asiwe ke ejele ngoba ke ithimba ke labaphenyi liyamshaya amagama ke achaziwe uNcamani, uMukhula, uMabhena, uJonathan kanye noMuphumulo. Mephendula ke brigadier uthi kucaceleke uma ubheka ke i-charge sheet akukho la isho khona noma ekubhaliwe khona ke ukuthi umsola wokuqala washaywa ithimba labaphenyi.
There are no names listed in that charge sheet, my Lord.
Awekho amagama abhaliwe noma achaziwe lapho kuleyo charge sheet.
My understanding of what is documented there, my Lord, is that it is officers from Silverton police station. Hence, I gave the directive for us to investigate such. So this new version that I'm being told, I don't know where it's coming from, but I'm not aware of it.
Mina ke engichazele noma okwashiwo ke kumina ukuthi ke washaywa noma ushaywe amaphoyisa ase Silverton ingakho ke ngase ngithi kuyena ke akahambe ayikhona manje lokho kukhulunywa yoko ukuthi manje ithimba eliphenyayo into entsha kumina.
And they say he was transferred from Vilera police station to Silverton police station around the 30th of June 2020.
It is, well, I'm not sure about the specific dates, my Lord, but it is possible because one will remember during that time we were under lockdown, and whenever there were positive cases, prisoners at the police station will be moved around. So that could be one, but one will have to look at the OB entries to be sure, my Lord. But I will not dispute that.
Futhi ke uthi ke ngazo i-30 zika June 2020 wasuswa ke kwi-police station yase Valeria wabebethambisa bemsa kuyona yase Silverton. Uthi ke ubrigadier akangeke ke akuphindiseke lokho ngoba ke ngalesi sikhathi lesiyana sasengaphansi kwayo ke i-lockdown ukuthi uma kwakwenzeka ukuthi uma kwenzeka ukuthi kune case ye-COVID kwi-jail noma kwi-police station ethize bese ke iboshwa ziyahanjiswa zisiwa kwenye i-police station kodwa kuzofanele ngibheke ke ukwenza isiqiniseko ngoba ke ama-date angikho sure noma nginasiqiniseko sawo.
And it was further put to Sergeant Mohola that accused number 1 was kept in a single cell in Comunicado However, in Villeria police station, however, in Silverton, he was kept with other prisoners from the 30th of June 2020 to the 5th of July 2020.
My lord, the keeping of prisoners, I think that is the prerogative of the station. I don't think we had control over that. What we do, we detain a person, and the officers, the moment a person is detained, they take charge. So they exercise their own regulations and place people as they deem fit, my lord. And I suppose the category of the offense plays a role, but that is there. It's not our station, my lord, and we don't control this. What he says.
Okunye futhi ke okwashiwa ke ukuthi ke wayegcinwe ke eyedwa ke noma ke khona ke eBelele kodwa mase fika ke khona esebathini wase ehlanganiswa ke nabanye kusuka ngaso isikhathi lesange 30 June 2020 kuyoshaya ke u5 kaJuly 2020 mephendula ke ubrigadier uthi ke thina ke asithi nje okwethu ukuthi nje kuboshwe umuntu noma ke kugcinwa umuntu kodwa ke istation ukuthi kwenzekani estation ibona ke lapho basebenza lapho abathatha isinqumo sokuthi ke bazonigcina kanjani futhi ke neqala ke olithwesiwe nalo ke liyabhekwa ke kodwa yibona abathatha isinqumo sokuthi ke bazogcina kanjani noma bakubhalele kanjani.
And also, my lord, lastly, the size of the the capacity in which the station can hold in terms of the prisoners plays a role. So, for example, if there is a small number of holding cells, you will find the number of prisoners in one cell. If obviously the holding cells are much more than the other, for example, station A, then they may spread them, particularly during that time. There was COVID, around. So I suppose social distancing, those issues will play a very significant part because it was law, for social distancing.
Okunye futhi ke kuyabhekwa ke nokuthi ke umhlomo ke ongathathwa yileso station leso ukuthi bangathatha ke iboshwe ingane uma kuwukuthi ke amasel abo mancane ke ukuthi bazohlanganiswa ndawonye ke kodwa ukuthi uma amasel makhulu ke bazokwahlukaniswa ke futhi nangalesi yasikhathi ke kwakuyi lockdown ke kwakufanele ke ukuthi ke umthetho ke ulandelwe ke ukuthi ke kubhekwe i-social distancing.
Thank you, Madam.
Okay, so you're adjourned until what? What's the time now?
It's 11:15.
What time should we come back to court?
I'm not sure if the diary will give me
2 o'clock.
the diary to talk about the diary of the witness.
Yeah, what you said you have to have. When will you have it?
I was for convenience, my lord, I was requesting that the matter be adjourned until
Always.
We can start at 2.
Yeah, fine. This gentleman is a busy man. He's a brigadier in crime-infested South Africa. Okay, 2 o'clock.
Bye.